Welcome back to yet another video. We're going through exercise 3B, question 1, and in this video, I'm going to go through L, M, and N. Let's get straight into it. So let's zoom in here and look at question L. So we have 27 over 125 raised to the 1/3. We know, according to my fifth index law, that if I'm going to get rid of these brackets, I need to make it 27 over 1/3 and 125 over, raised to the power of 1/3. So let me just show you what that means. So I'm going to get 27 raised to 1/3 over 125 raised to 1/3. Then I'm going to scroll down, and instead of writing it as 1/3, I'm going to write it as the cube root of 27 over the cube root of 125. Now, you don't need to do this step. If you know what 1/3, the power of 1/3 is, you can just go straight for your answer, which is going to be 3 over the cube root of 125 is 5. So that is going to be my answer. Then I'm going to get my pen and do that. Let's come up here and answer my next one. So this can look a bit gnarly, and the reason why this question looks a bit different is because I have a -8, and this 1/3 means it's going to be the cube root of -8. Now you might be thinking to yourself, can I cube a negative number? Is that possible? And it absolutely is possible, and the reason why it's possible is because I can't draw this 8. That is such an ugly 8. Let me try one more time. Whatever it is after this is going to stay. No, that's still pretty ugly, but my answer is going to be -2. And let me tell you why it's going to be -2. Now, you're right to be cautious because you're probably thinking of a square root. Now, with a square root, you can't square root a negative number because no number times by itself is ever going to be negative. But with a cube root, you absolutely can. So let me show you why. So why is this the case? Why? Now, you probably have already seen this 100 times before, but let me do it again. So the reason why it works is because what this is telling you right here is that -2 raised to the 3rd power is -8. So in other words, -2 raised to the power of 3 is -2 times -2 times -2. Hopefully you all agree with that. Now, let's come down here. And could someone tell me what -2 times -2 is? That's correct. It is 4. So the two negatives went away. And now I've still got this -2 on the end. So now I'm going to be left with -8. And that's exactly what we found. So there we go. Let me just move this up a bit. There we go. Perfect. So that is why that works. For anyone who is curious, let us now continue on our way. So here we have 125 raised to the -4 over 3. That is going to be 1 over 125. Now that it's in the denominator, I do not have to put the negative. I should not put the negative. I've gotten rid of the negative, I should say. I'll be careful how I speak. Now we're going to go 1 over, and I'm going to write this as the cube root of 125 bracket 4. Then I'm going to continue. 1 over. Now the cube root of 125 is 5. That is 4. And last but not least, 5 to the power of 4 is 1 over 6 to 5. Get my pen. There it is, 1625. So hopefully all of that makes sense to you and you're pretty comfortable with all of that. I might stop it here for question 1, simply because the rest of the questions are pretty much the same. I'm just kind of doing the same thing over and over again. So hopefully that was helpful to you.